You can't be in his presence and live unless you're holy and righteous. I'm in his presence. I must be holy and righteous.
Are you guys getting the gospel yet?
People would say that is so prideful. Dave, calling yourself holy and righteous. I see what you do sometimes. Who do you think you are? Well, here's the truth. I get it, that it's not because of anything I've ever done. I get it, that in the flesh, oh my goodness, do I ever have plenty of problems. But the reality is who I am, the real Dave, with the spirit that has been made alive now, recreated in righteousness and true holiness. I am righteous and holy because of what Jesus did.
Yes.
And so that is an outrageous statement of humility to say, not only am I righteous, I am as righteous as Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Mm-hmm. You gave me your righteousness and you took my sin.
It's not arrogant if it's true. And what I mean by that is if you were in a country where in America we don't have kings, so that whole kingdom mentality sometimes is a struggle in this Western American culture. But if you lived in a country where there was a king and that throne room door opened and outruns a little child that just jumped out of the king's lap, it's his son, and that child runs by you and says, my daddy's the king, and he keeps running, you wouldn't go, well, that was arrogant of him to say that.
Exactly.
You wouldn't say that because it's true.
Yeah.
But that's the reality that you live in if you've accepted the gospel.
Yeah, it really is. One of the examples I used to use to make that very point, it was years ago when Obama was the president of the United States. Mm-hmm. And I would say, if I went to the White House, first of all, I wouldn't get on the grounds. But if I could get on the grounds, I certainly wouldn't get in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
But if I did get in the Oval Office, there'd be all kinds of, limitations. But there was a little girl that could run into that Oval Office anytime she wanted to, almost crawl up and sit in the big chair.
Right.
Scribble on the notepad. Because she was daddy's daughter.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I get to sit in the lap of the king. You're exactly right. It's a big deal.
Right, and you honor God when you accept that as your reality. You dishonor him when you say, I just don't see how that's true. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
He wants nothing more than for you to crawl up in his lap. Mm-hmm. Jesus died on the cross so that you would sit in God's lap. Yes. He's a good, good father.
Yes.
And he loves his kids.